What's up, folks? This is Gray here, and today we're going to be side dressing our corn in the bed behind me, and I'm also going to be mulching as well, adding mulch. What we're going to be side dressing with is this stuff right here. It is calcium nitrate. It's not really, you can order it online, you can get it down at your, one of your nurseries or whatnot, but basically it has an NPK of basically 15.500 because corn, from what I've noticed, they're super heavy feeders. They love water, they love nitrogen, and calcium is also it's a micronutrient, but it's very beneficial to the plants. At least from all the gardening videos that I've watched, people growing corn, folks like M.I. Gardener, and the list goes on, talk about calcium and what it can do for plants, and they've done a lot of research on this. So we're going to be using calcium nitrate to side dress the corn that I have behind me, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. And then we're going to be mulching. As you guys know, I like to mulch. Let me throw that there. I don't want it to fall over. This is a big bag, but it's called Easy Straw. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it's called Easy Straw. And what I like about this stuff here, outside of getting the straw that I usually get at like some of the folks around here that may have some straw or whatnot, at let's say some of the supply stores and whatnot, this is 99% weed free. So you don't have anything, oopsie daisies kind of popping up around there and whatnot. Also, it has like a tacking thing, so it kind of stays down, the wind doesn't blow it away. And I'm at about 2 to 3 inches of that, depending on the height of the corn, because some of the corn is not where I want it to be, because if you're ever grown corn, you realize it kind of bounces around a little bit and whatnot. Anyways, enough of me rambling on. Let's get into side dressing this corn here. And a lot of you folks have watched my previous video, which I think it'll pop up here, in case you want to see what I'm doing with this corn here and the whole progression and where we're at now. But I figured I'd give you guys an update. And then the other bed, this garden is doing well too. It was a slow to start, but things are starting to pick up there. But we'll do an update on that garden bed here probably next week. And then I think we're either next weekend or the following weekend we'll be doing the third bed. We'll be building that, and I'll be talking about that as well. All right, so let's get into it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in between these rows and come about 2 to 3 inches deep right here. I'm going to kind of put a little trough right here. As you can see there, I want to be careful not to mess with the roots of the corn. But that's what I'm going to do right there. And I'm going to continue to do this with each row. Basically, try to stay in the camera's angle. And just kind of come right down the center of these rows as best as I can. And kind of do this like little trough here. I'll tell you one thing, folks. Growing corn in Florida is not as easy as they make it look to be. But I'm going to give it my best shot. And like I said, once I get this corn to where I want it, then we'll follow up with some beans and continue the whole three-sister process. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on, and then I'll probably speed up the camera and add a little bit of tunes. To kind of give you guys just a kind of a close-up, like a ground level view, as you can see how the corn is. Some corn is doing extremely well, nice and tall. Some corn, not so much. Anyways, what I'm hoping is that adding these nutrients and side dressing will actually help this grow. We'll know in about 2 weeks how beneficial this was, and then we'll do a follow-up video to this. But as you can see, the troughs there, get an idea of how the troughs are set up in between the corn. Like I said, about 2 to 3 inches deep. And we'll go ahead and add our calcium nitrate. All right, so some of you folks may ask, how much do you use? Honestly, from what I've looked at and researched, you're kind of going to spread it liberally but evenly. Kind of give you an idea, I'm just going to get a cup, and I'm just going to kind of shake it right in there just like that. Nice and even. And then I'm going to continue that on each row thereof. All right, so you can see now that I got it pretty much evenly spread and all the corn side dressed. And now basically what we're going to do is we're just going to cover that up all the way down. And we'll continue to do that on each row. So now you can see we're all covered up, and we're going to go ahead and water her in before we do our mulching. Now, before anybody freaks out, the way I'm going to water this is just like they water in big, huge fields when they're growing corn out in the places where they grow corn at. You know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. Some people are going to be like, no, don't water. Don't spray them like that. It's too much. You're going to burn the leaves. Oh my God, Gray, what are you doing? Anyways, I've been watching probably too many corn videos in regards to this. Of course, it's late in the afternoon, the sun is down. You guys can see that there. And yeah, so I'm gonna really saturate this corn. Now you're probably wondering what these little things are in the corner. Well, those guys there are an unfortunate accident that I didn't want to kill, so I kind of gave them a place to live for now. We'll see what happens with them. And like I said, worst case scenario, folks, the corn doesn't do what I expect it to do, and I've learned some hard lessons. But I will try again. I've watched several gardeners do corn and it not work out so well for them, but on the third try they had a phenomenal success. I'm trying to give myself the most greater possibility of success by doing the things that they have suggested. But remember, I am in Florida, and Florida is always an interesting beast when it comes to gardening. I'm gonna go ahead and start mulching with the straw, the easy straw. And I'm gonna try to be careful not to get this stuff all over the place, because it is a windy day out here in good old Florida. And once I drop all this hay down here, or the straw, sorry, then what I'm gonna do, it's going to get everything evenly spaced right up to, you know, you can see right there how I have it, like right underneath the corn there. Trying to get it nice and flat. And I'm going to go ahead and continue this throughout the entire bed. Kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of how that's going to look with the corn and whatnot. All nice and mulched in, and several different things. As the corn grows, we'll add layers of mulch. A lot of people ask me why I left such a big gap on my raised beds. And the reason being is because for stuff like this, so that the wind doesn't just blow it right out the way. And you can see as the corn gets taller and taller, I'll be able to add more and more mulch. And what's great about this, it'll work itself into the ground. It's a very complex plant from what I've understood. But you can kind of see how it looks. I think it looks really nice. We're going to go ahead and water this down one more time just to add that layer of moisture to get the kind of the straw kind of like, you know, matted down and whatnot. And then we'll check back on this in 2 weeks and see where we're at. Well, all right, folks. It's a beautiful end to a day. Anytime I'm in the garden and, you know, talking to the plants and working with the plants, it's just a good day. I hope if you did learn anything or got any value out of this video, I'd appreciate if you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe if you want to see my whole gardening shindig here and how it all plays out with the new raised beds. I'm used to doing more so of the container gardening, and what I mean by that is the grow bags, which a lot of you guys have seen my previous videos or my gardening playlist. You've seen that. But we're losing the sun, which is a gorgeous day. Actually, it's actually cooling off here in Florida, Zone 9B. And wish me luck, folks. Wish me luck on the corn. And I hope it all works out. And if some of you guys are figuring out, like, how am I going to add the beans and the squash down the road, basically you just move the the straw around. You kind of make like a little thing, and you plant your seed in there. You let it grow, and then you kind of bring it back in the straw in those little areas like that. It's very simple, but I figured a lot of you folks know that. But I figure there's some newbies out there who may not, and just have some curiosities and questions like that. And if you do have any questions, I always love hearing from you folks down in the comment section. It's fun to read, fun to learn. Always a pleasure to work with you folks down in the comment section. Read some of your comments and learn from you and some of the questions you have for me. Other than that, folks, remember, you are not alone. This is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys in a rebound, and God bless.